Yo, what is up, everybody? Strasco back again. Another chapter from the story titled The Patient, written by Old School Horror. Remember to use the links in the description below. Show love to the author. Like, comment, and subscribe. Chapter 6. When David reached the top of the stairs, he was already out of breath. He was not quite the man who would work out much or go jogging. Gary and Norman looked at him with growing concern. The light from the guard's flashlight made the doctor squint. He stopped and bent over, with his hands on his knees, in order to catch his breath. What happened? Something's down there. Something? What? Have you seen Dr. Newman? David went closer to them because he realized that it's not a good idea to let everybody know that there's something seriously wrong. The morgue door's open. The cables are ripped from the generator. What? Exclaimed Carrie, and her hand went instinctively to her mouth. Shaking and goosebumps covered her skin. What is down there? Asked Miss Trevino, who overheard what the doctor said. Oh, nothing serious, just some rats. Don't worry, everything will be alright. Please go back into your room, alright? Rats? Oh my god, what will come next? A goddamn infestation? You sure that the morgue is open? Definitely, it's wide fucking open. Can't believe it. I remember that Then take a look yourself, David pointed to the darkness, leading to the basement area. No thanks, I believe you. So, what are we gonna do? Call the cops, I guess. God, cigarette. You can certainly try, but I doubt that it'll work. I tried the power company, but the line was jumbled, and then it went somewhat dead. Somewhat dead? Yes, all I could hear were whispers and hush talk. I couldn't reconnect with the dispatcher. Let's try it anyhow. Norman agreed, and they went back into the guard's cubicle. He tried the phone, but he dialed 911 fruitlessly. There were only weird noises and whispers. Shit, what now? I guess one of us has to get help. My car is out in the parking lot. I'll go, if that's alright with you. Yes. Please, just hurry. David hesitated a little. He gave the flashlight to the nurse, then headed out. In the corridor, however, he was more cautious. Something was in the hospital. Something yet unseen, but there nevertheless. Carrie and Norman followed close by. They wanted to make sure that he reaches his car. There was a considerable distance which had to be traversed before reaching it. The parking lot had been built further from the entrance in order to avoid people's cars interfering with the ambulances. The nurse and the guard accompanied the doctor to the hall, which was right after the main entrance. When Dr. Newman turned to go outside, he stopped dead in his tracks. Carrie let out a short, yelping scream. A figure was standing straight in front of the entrance. Its menacing stance was visible through the glass panels of the front door. Norman pointed his light toward the figure, and that was when they saw what they were dealing with. The haggard face of the patient was staring back at them through the glass. Eyes as translucent as the paint itself. They made them shake like young kids at a horror movie. Black streaks were visible on his face, like veins filled with dark blood. They all watched in horror as the man slowly moved his hand and put it on the door, roughly where the handle was. He grinned, and the look on the dead face told them everything they didn't want to know. They will all die, and there is no escape. The steel door turned red where the man had touched it. It looked as if it was heating to huge temperatures. His eyes also turned bright red. The metal melted, and the double-sided door soon fused together. Carrie, David, and Norman just stood there with hearts jumping out of their chests. When Carrie was about to pass out again, the creature outside backed away, then disappeared into the night. None of the three inside could say a word. They froze in fear. Their minds had a hard time comprehending whatever had been happening in front of their eyes just a few seconds ago. Carrie's left hand was squeezing Norman's. He instinctively grabbed onto something when the shock of seeing the thing outside hit her. Oh my God. The hell was that? I don't know, but we're screwed. How is this possible? This can't be happening. This has got to be some goddamn nightmare. I can't believe this. The men looked at each other with disbelieving eyes. They sought answers from one another, but the answers did not come. We should try the back door, said David, and Norman nodded. It'll probably be sealed just like this one, but let's try. What does he want? I don't want to wait to find out. Come on, Carrie, let's go. And David took the flashlight from Carrie's hands and headed toward the back door. Norman followed. Wait, let me get my gun. He hurried to his cubicle and searched in one of the drawers of the small cabinet. There, he found it. His 9mm sidearm, which he was keeping tucked away because until now, never needed it. Norman put down the flashlight on the table and checked the magazine in the chamber. It was loaded, 20 portions of lead injection. For a second, he wondered if these bullets are going to do anything to whatever was lurking outside. In the end, it didn't matter. Better with a gun than without one. He tucked it away, then went back into the corridor. In a minute or so, they reached the back door, but to their increasing horror, it was sealed shut. They felt the same weird smell which David had perceived in the basement. He's inside, said David, after telling them about the smell in the basement. He shut us all in with him inside. The surreal nightmare became more and more real. Carrie couldn't say a word. She just hoped to escape somehow. David tried the door, but it wasn't budging. It was still warm from the touch of the creature. They turned to go back, but then movement caught their eyes. The depths of the dark corridor. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the end of our chapter.